Lam. Lam. What amazement! We can release our little finger immediately and we can do with the last one. Take a deep breath in. Lam. The root chakra seems to be clear for everyone. Excellent. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this is behind the place where we urinate. And there, as we slightly draw in, we do the mantra Vam, and we press the ring finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath. Vam. Vam. Release the finger and continue. Vam. Last time. Vam. Now bring the awareness behind the navel. And here we will do the sound rum as we draw in at the navel, and we will press the middle finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath. Rum. 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 Release the finger and continue. Rum. 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 Last time. Rum. Now we bring our awareness in between the breasts and the middle of the body. And here we do the sound yum. And when we do it, we press the index finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath. Yum. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Yum. 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 Last time. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum with the thumbs up mudra, loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Release the hand. Continue. Hum. 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 Now we bring our awareness to the middle of the head, and here we will do the sound sham, and again thumbs up mudra. Sham. Sham. Release and continue. Sham. Last time. Sham. Actually, let's do it one more time. Sham. That's good. Now, top of the head, we do Om, again, thumbs up mudra. Release the mudra and continue. Last time. Now we go on to our happy face breathing, Ujjayi Pranayam. So close your eyes and bring your awareness to the throat. And the throat is in the bottom part of your mouth, uppermost part of your neck. And focusing there with your eyes closed, make a big smile and feel a slight stretch in the throat, very slight stretch. Focus on that slight stretch, and as you inhale and exhale slowly, feel like the air is rubbing in the stretch of the throat. You will feel like a slight sucking sensation. So just keep watching the sucking sensation. Gita, Bhagwan, I might want to smile a little bit more, bigger smile, it'll have a better effect. Virendra Khemsaraji, it is not working for you. Feel a bigger stretch in the throat. It is not working. Yes, now it's a little better for you. So continue, Khemsaraji. That's fine. If anybody joined us late, we are doing the happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. Now let's go on to, we can go on to the spinal alignment neck exercises. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your head, like bring your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tilt towards the other side. Inhale, come back up, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now inhale, come back, and as you exhale, rotate the head as if looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, look over the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now come back, and as you inhale now, take the head back, and as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We will do 12. So let's do 11. And 12. As you bring the chin down into the chest, we will rotate the head 360 degrees. Begin with inhalation for half the circle, and exhalation complete the other half. And continue going the same direction. 2, Now, when you complete the full circle, let's go in the opposite direction. Now let's go in the same forward direction. Now let's go backward again. Okay. Now we can go on to the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now we go to the hand exercises. Inhale, make your palms perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out your fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Let's go. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. Now let's rotate around the wrist. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. And 4, exhale. Let's rotate backward. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4. Now raise your hands again. 1, exhale, fist down. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. Now we rotate around the wrist. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. And 4, exhale. Let's go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now again, inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale down. Last time, inhale and exhale down. Again, the wrist. Inhale and exhale and rotate. Last time. Now let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now elbows in line with the shoulders. Keep the hands and palm and wrist loose. We go around it. 1, inhale and exhale. 2, exhale. 3, inhale and exhale. 4, inhale and exhale. Last time, 5, inhale and exhale. Let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let's interlock the hands and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the other way, inhale, come back. And continue. Exhale, inhale, continue. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, get hold of the elbows behind the head. As you exhale, pull at one elbow. Inhale, come back. Exhale, pull at the other elbow. Inhale, come back. And continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, bring your hands behind your back and get hold of your opposite elbows if you can, or reach out wherever it will go. As you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 90, and 20. Good. Now, you have one of two ways of doing this. You can either cross your hand and take it to the opposite shoulder and take the other hand behind you and turn, or you can cross your hand over your opposite knee and take the hand behind and turn. So whichever way you like, let's turn. 1, inhale, come back. 2, the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Now, get hold of your hips, and as we exhale, we will push on one hand at one time, and as we inhale, we will push on one hand and at a time, and we will arch backward. So push on one hand and go backward, and exhale, come forward. Inhale, take the other hand, go backward, and exhale, come forward. Continue. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very nice. Now we cross one leg over the other, and the knee that is on the top, get hold of the knee. And as you exhale, you not only pull it up, but cross it over, and you turn your head to the same side as the knee you're holding. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Continue. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now let's cross the other leg. So pull 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now, we will do both our shoulders together. We will lift it. Feel yourself lifting right from the hip upward. Take a deep breath in And exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We will do 12, 11, and last 12. Now we can do cycling with the feet. We will go one leg at a time, but we will alternate today instead of doing only one alone. So inhale, lift up one leg, exhale, straighten it out and bring it down. Inhale, lift up the other leg, exhale, stretch it out and bring it down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now we can stand up and we can bend at the hip. So those of you who need support, just in case you don't want to lose your balance, you can hold the chair if you like, and just bend at the waist and make sure your back does not bend. It's only from the hips you're bending. Keep the chin up. For those of you who don't have to worry about keeping good balance, bring your hands behind your back. Get hold of the elbows. Inhale, lift up the chin, and as you exhale, bend from the hip and come down as much as you can. Make sure the feet are shoulder width apart and the inside of the feet are parallel to each other. And just stay there. Inhale and exhale. Slowly inhale and come up. Take your seat and we can go on to Bhastrika Pranayam. Anila, would you like to lead?
Sure.
Okay. And make sure in the instruction you tell people when they inhale to feel the air, the vitality of the air going into the head while inhaling, and while exhaling, it is going out of the head. So if you feel that way, it has bigger impact. With 2 rounds, we can get the impact of 5 rounds. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm sorry, there is some background noise.
I'll take care of it. You don't worry.
Okay.
So we do this Bhastrika Pranayam, since there may be new people here. It is simply deep inhalation and deep exhalation. When you inhale deep, when the lower lung breathes, the abdominal area comes out. And as the middle lung breathes, the chest expands. And as the upper lung breathes, the shoulder stretches back. And as you exhale, they all collapse. Now, you have the choice of keeping your hand in the belly. And as you inhale, everything stretches out. And as you exhale, they all collapse. The other way to do it is you can have loose elbow fist with your elbows by the side of your chest. When you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out. And as the chest expands, lift up the elbows. And then as the shoulder pulls back, open out the palms. And you exhale, you come down. So you can do it either way. If you have bad shoulders, you may like to keep your hand in the belly. So for the others, let's go. One. One other thing is when you inhale, feel like the vitality of the breath is going to your head. And as you exhale, feel it leave the head. That has a bigger impact. Let's go. One. Exhale. Two. Exhale. Three. Exhale. Four. Exhale. Five. Exhale. Six. Exhale. Seven. Exhale. Eight. Exhale. Nine. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Relax. If you feel any sensations in the head or anywhere, just keep observing that. Okay. Now let's go to the second round. Loose fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Feel the inhalation going to the head. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Hands down. Observe the sensations in your head. I guess pretty much the sensations in the head would have stopped. It's mostly perhaps lower down the body. So let's go on to one more round. Loose fist. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Feel it going to the head. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Observe the sensations wherever you feel. Most of you should feel completely empty and clear in the head and most of the body. There may be slight sensations in the lower parts of the body. Keep watching them. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. And do your mantra or just keep listening to Om in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, mentally bring up your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands as you open your eyes. So with this, we end the session. So as usual, if anybody is new or has not spoken before and have been with us for a short period of time, please feel free to introduce yourself. And second, we will deal with any questions related to our practices that we do that you may have. And then after that, I will have a short discussion with you on how mental health is disrupted and what are the consequences. And I will share with you a case that was in the news today. So I will throw it up on the screen whenever we are finished with people introducing themselves and when questions are answered. Anybody want to introduce themselves? This is your time to speak up, please.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Namaskar. I am Chitra Das Gupta.
Bolun.
Oh, namaskar.
Namaskar.
আমি ক্যালিফোর্নিয়া স্যান হোজে থেকে আপনার ক্লাসে জয়েন করেছি। Should I continue বাংলায় না English? I think it
Please speak in English because others won't understand.
Everybody can understand. So first of all, I like to thank you so much. And then secondly, I got this number from my friend, Manju Sinha. So I happened to her place and there I have seen your class and I really liked because previously I used to do this yoga, but after my both knee transplantation, so after that I couldn't do. So I really like your class and I really enjoying. Just this is second day. Initially I was having little problem. I was not able to connect properly. So I hope now I won't have any more problem. Thank you so much and namaskar.
Thank you so much. Namaskar. So Hiraji, you wanted to say something? No. Okay, that's fine. Okay. No, you have unmuted yourself, so I'll mute you back. Okay. So anybody else, any questions or introductions? Okay. So let me present. Yeah, go ahead.
The recording of the I'm Shim thing we have not received yet. We are in the people that have joined your spinal thing.
Actually, I have sent it today. Okay. And please look at your, what folder do they call it? Spam folder. Okay. And just look for my email address, narayanan@lifeinyoga.org, and you should find it there. So
I got it.
I got
it. Thank you so much.
We got it, Rajanji, but it doesn't work on the
Doesn't
iPad.
work. No sounds.
No sound?
It works on the computer. If you can just do it on laptop, it works.
It works on computer, but not on iPad or
Not on even cell phone. Not even in a cell phone.
Why don't you do the following? Go to your computer, download it into your computer, and then you can load it into your phone through whatever mechanism that is available for you. There are multiple ways of loading it into the phone.
But I don't have a computer all the time, Dr. Rajan. I'm always using phone.
That is why I'm telling you, ask your grandson or whoever to get it into the computer and then put it into your iPhone.
Okay, I will try. Thanks.
Okay.
I haven't written, Rajan. I have not received.
tried that
Actually,
way.
you have it, Ushaji. The thing is, if you look into your spam box, you will see it. I have sent it to you.
Okay, I'll check.
Yes.
I have not received either.
On the cell phone and the iPad, it didn't work, Dr. Rajan.
I understand. So, look to the computer, and I don't know, but the only way in which I can do it is Well, I don't know what is the other way to do it. But let's try to do your best. And tomorrow, if you have a problem, or send me an email and I'll see whether Bal Mukund or one of the technical people can help out with it.
Dr. Rajan is working on iPhone.
I just downloaded.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just have to download it directly from the email to your phone as
Oh,
a sound file and then just play that.
Okay,
Yeah, it
there
did
you
work on my iPhone.
There is an arrow. You have to push the arrow and then it gets downloaded, then play again.
Yeah.
Dr. Rajan, I have not received it.
I don't know whether you were in the study or not. Whoever was, 36 people have got it. Did I put your name into it?
I don't know.
Did you fill out a questionnaire in the beginning?
I think she joined later on.
Could be. I don't remember.
Uh,
I just
yeah.
registered.
hmm?
I registered.
You registered by going to a Google Doc, putting in your name, your email address, and things like that?
Uh-huh.
Well, in which case you would have received it, because you see, if your email was there, I sent it to the whole group. Okay,
Oh.
check your
Okay.
spam box and see whether it is there.
Okay.
Okay,
It's there. It
Rajan,
is there.
okay,
Thank you.
excellent.
Dr. Rajan, why don't
Dr.
we
Rajan, I have a question. Could we have Shitkari sometime? Shitkari.
Actually, practices that are targeted for a specific reason, I would, that if others do, it will create an imbalance in their system. I don't want to do them in the general forum. But if you want the Shitkari, and if you personally, what we can do is I can make an appointment with you. And if we spend 15 minutes on a video call, I can teach you how to do it. Just send me an email and put there, want to learn Shitkari, and we will do a 15-minute video call and I'll take care of it for you. Okay?
Dr.
Yes,
Rajan,
Mr. Iyer, go ahead.
can we have it once or twice a week? This Anjim.
Okay.
Once or
What I
twice a
will,
week?
what I will do then is, I will keep it as the last item in the list on a weekend, and
Yes,
I will
yes,
tell
yes.
people, for those of whom it's not relevant, don't do it.
Right, because we enjoy it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm missing it.
Okay? So next weekend, either
Please
on
do.
Saturday or Sunday, we'll do it. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
please
thank
do.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So now let's go to this very instructive element about how, if you're mentally in a state where if you're affected, how it affects you. Okay. So I'm sharing over here. I was a US diplomat, Customs and Border Protection agent, only cared that I was Black. And because of that, this African-American, but she was, I'll give you the story in short over here. What had happened for this person was, she's a 25-year-old girl. And this girl was, to get into into a consular position, it is about almost a 2-year recruitment process. If you have any children who have gone through it, if you want to become part of the US State Department, then in which case it takes about 2 years to get in. Okay. So they'll go through various screening, background check, after all the interviews and many things and all of that, and then they will train you. So she had a posting in Juarez in Mexico. And what happened is, that's a place where there is a lot of drug cartel activity. And so they were told, not to get out of the car when you're on the street and driving, and keep the windows up and the doors locked. And so what happened was, she was a visa officer. So there she was, but she denied a visa to someone in to come into the US. And she saw the same person in a supermarket over there. So she became very afraid. So Juarez is only 15 minutes on the border to El Paso. So what she did was, she was coming to do all her shopping and all her activities. She didn't do any business in Mexico from the concert and the living quarters. She would drive in 3 times a week into El Paso. And she went to the gym. She did her shopping, everything she would do over there. And she was doing back and forth. Now, all of these people who are part of the US government, their cars are all tagged and they get a Sentry pass and all of that. So they go to the fast lane. Literally speaking, the camera monitors their Sentry ID and they just walk through, they just drive through. But what happened was, because the customs officer saw her, as a Black woman, African-American woman, they would stop her most of the time. And none of her colleagues, anyone was being stopped. And this made her very angry. And of course, she noted down every time she was being stopped. Okay. And she took down the officer name and things like that. Of course, they were doing racial profile. Okay. No, undoubtedly, they were doing that. But what was happening for her eventually was, she took it so personally to heart that her anger resulted in her hair falling. And she, of course, complained and things like that. And that, of course, finally resulted, she felt, she didn't want to be there anymore. And when she complained to the bosses, what they did was, they transferred her to Mexico City, to that consulate. So that way she could be away from the place where all the drug cartel activity and all the fear, because Mexico City, the embassy was much more of a safer place. But then, given all the anger and things that had set in, and the feeling that I'm being discriminated because I'm Black and things like that, she was finally detected with PTSD. Actually, her mental state had become such that she really wanted to quit and come back. But on the other hand, because they had trained and things like that, if she had quit and asked for a different posting out of Mexico or whatever, she would have had to pay a lot of money to the US government, because they had invested so much in her for the relocation and all of that. So she stayed. And finally, her condition with PTSD became so bad that US government released her. And she had to quit, and she came back to the US. She was from North Carolina. And so this was her state. So the yogic lesson over here is that this is a person, no doubt she was being racially profiled, no doubt she was being discriminated. But what happened is, she took it to heart. Because she took it to heart, it caused that kind of a reaction in her. So the question for all of us is, what does yoga teach us about what exactly yoga does and how we take it? See, no matter what we encounter, if we react, it affects us.
Mhm.
It doesn't affect the other person. It affects you. So the yoga's lesson is that keeping the calm profile, whereby we don't let anything affect us. We know that when a person like her knows there is injustice over there, yes, you have to complain. And of course, you have to do whatever is the right action through whichever channels you can deal with. But the last thing you should do is take the anger onto yourself. If you take the anger onto yourself, it'll hurt you. It will hurt you physically, but it starts mentally, and that mental reflects in the physical domain and what we call as psychosomatic things. Now we have over here Dr. Smita Patel. I don't know whether she's still here or gone, but she's a psychiatrist, and I had asked her if she would like to say something. No, she's probably gone. Oh, she's right here. Smita is right here. So you need to unmute yourself. Smita, you need to unmute yourself. You go to the bottom left-hand side of your screen, and the microphone image, just click on it and it will unmute. Unless you unmute, we won't hear you. Smita, you need to unmute. You're saying something we don't hear. Okay, so anyway, she's unable to unmute and speak up. So,
No, I'm unmuting it.
oh, good.
Can you?
Now we hear you.
Okay, so I know this is a tragic story about this lady, who was determined to work and she had to come back. So post-traumatic stress disorder is like this girl was experiencing intrusive, unwanted, angry thoughts and fear, right? And this resulted in her just non-functional. She was unable to function. So what happens, like Rajan, you mentioned that as long as you do not react, yoga tells no matter what happens outward, as long as you don't react and don't keep it to yourself, then it will not affect. This lady reacted, she kept it to herself. So it's like an anger diverted against her. And that happens to many one of us in any kind of traumatic or tragic situation. What is post-traumatic stress disorder? Any kind of natural disaster, or what we are seeing now, fear of getting COVID, any kind of fear, it's unwanted fear, right? So some people don't react. Some people just do yoga and they're well contented. As long as you are contented and happy, you do not allow that to affect your health, right? Physical health or emotional health. For this lady, I mean, she works so hard, and like Rajan mentioned that I guess US government had spent a lot of money and she had made 2 years of effort. So it's like for a young person, it's like a failure to come back and leave a job. And just thinking that as a failure can lead to some negative emotions. Right?
Yes. So she was 25 years old when she took up the job, and at 27 she quit. And I think if we can help people like her, it would be a very good thing, and we should encourage them to come and join. Naresh, you were going to say something?
I just wanted to make a comment about the forgiveness. Somebody sent me a very nasty email recently, and I could have reacted and responded in a very adverse way. But because of yoga practice for 4 or 5 months, I have become a different person. I forgave her because she's ignorant. And by forgiving her and myself, I did not respond adversely. So this is an impact of yoga. I'm a very reactive man. I was a reactive man, but I'm becoming non-reactive because that's the impact of yoga has produced on me. And it can affect the life of all of us and we can help others to do the similar thing.
Now, being non-reactive does not mean you become inert to everything. All of us have a duty to also to perform. This is the concept of Swadharma. You see, this is where many of you here are tutored in the Bhagavad Gita. So this is the idea of not being affected by anything, but still when you feel inside something is your duty, you have to do it. So for this lady, if she had been in a yogi, the way she would have dealt with it is, she would not taken the fear and the anger onto herself, but she would have gone through the process of complaining and making everybody else know. But at the same time, it doesn't hit her. She's carrying on her job normally and, let things be and let go. So that is the only way, but which means you have to be, wherever you need to act, you need to act. You need to be proactive, but you should be that of a pure observer. The action is done and gone. Don't worry about the result and don't take it on yourself. Think of yourself as only an instrument of the divine flow. I'm not this body at all. This body will perish. This body is only an actor of the cosmic drama that God is playing. So as long as we understand that, it won't touch you. So anyway,
you're right.
Dr.
think that-
Rajan, Dr. Patel will agree with me that PTSD can occur in any other situations also. Sometimes you are encountered with a sudden death of somebody and you are not there, and you develop those guilty feeling and you suffer from PTSD. In that situation, it's not the yoga which is going to help also. I think you should seek the help of a psychotherapist also, which helps a lot to talk out your feelings.
Actually, yoga is like preventive medicine. It
Yeah.
prevents you from hitting you that way.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Batra. I think it's not good to keep the fear, guilt of anyone's death or loss, because it's not under your control, right? And so I feel that even like what you're saying, any kind of loss, right? Even loss through death, or we have all this tragedy occurring, right? It's not under our control, but people keep on observing or watching the news. That also can lead into the traumatic events. So one has to avoid or keep minimal time watching the natural disaster or even the cases, how many COVID-19 cases. And also for this girl, if she would have been assertive, there's a fine line between assertiveness and aggressiveness.
Yes.
And being like a minority woman, or this African lady minority, just like us, right? Like as a physician, for me, if I am assertive, people will, think that I'm aggressive. And maybe that's the main reason this lady kept everything inside her rather than going through good channels. So I always advise all the young patients who come to see me, minority patients, to be assertive and not to be fearful and not to have guilt and shame. Because when people have guilt, shame, and they react inwards, that keeps them sad, and that leads to depression. And with depression, one can have sleep disturbance, appetite changes, agitation, anger, right?
Thank you, Dr. Patel.
Okay, all right.
So any other questions, thoughts? I just thought we'll share this because this is a context of from our yoga perspective and Yoga Sutras. Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tat Nirodha, the Chittavritti Nirodha. And at the same time, the concept of the Swadharma that comes from the concept of Dharma Megha Samadhi that we had gone through the Yoga Sutras. So they are both integrated. And of course, from the Bhagavad Gita side too, you understand that.
Dr. Rajan, can I share one thing?
Go ahead.
The same story, my son, he's a diplomat. And first job he got when he got appointed in India, in New Delhi. And he was a big officer, but Indian, he looked Indian, he's American citizen. This was from USA government. His job was from USA. And when he got appointed there, he went there like in his office. And they knew like somebody's coming from America on this post, and and when the guys over there looked at him, Indian guys who were in embassy, administrative people, they thought like some American white guy is going to walk in. And here, Vinay, my son, went and he just said, "Oh, here is Vinay Chawla, and I'm here on this post, and I from USA." And in the beginning, Vinay says that, "Mom, when he crossed that gate, to go to embassy security, and every guard even looked at him like he want to ask question." Yeah. And when American will go, nobody asked. Yeah. And Vinay says, "Mom, it's like sometimes it's hard," but he took it a very nice way. He had some good American friends. So he did marketing in such a way, like through American friends or American colleagues, he started acting like he's like they're under him.
See, what you say is right. You see, what happened is in this particular case, this girl got affected for two reasons. One is, of course, she didn't want to take the help of her colleagues. Their colleagues over there were saying, "We will ride with you in the car, so don't worry, we'll go with you." And she said, I don't want to trouble any of you. So the sense of her, this thing, I'm so-and-so, how can people do this to me? I'm on my own kind of thing. The other thing that happened was these customs and border protection people were very terrible in the kind of questions and language they used. What they asked her was, she was from North Carolina. And so the thing is, basically her car had North Carolina plates, but that didn't matter because it was probably already part of the US government Sentry system. So it was all over there and cleared. So they would ask her, they would never look at the moment she saw her face, they will never look at the Sentry card or what was coming on the computer. Instead, they will ask her, is this a stolen car? Did you steal this car? Why do you have a North Carolina plate? Can you imagine that they basically will talk to her like that? Are you transporting drugs? They will ask her things like that. How can you do that to her? And she has a diplomatic passport, a diplomatic American passport.
Yeah.
And so this kind of a thing is what outraged her.
Yeah.
I mean, it is also that she lost her patience. It happens non-stop every day. Any sane person would go mad because it hurts their self-respect every day.
Yes.
2 years. So,
Yeah.
so that,
And my son,
of
it
course, it'll
took
trickle down
him,
under your skin.
my son was saying it took him at least 6 months to get over this. And whenever he met all the elite Indians, like the elite class of Indians, when he became friends with them, and then all of a sudden everybody started treating him like, oh, he's a big shot.
Anyway, so with that as the thought, thank you all for sharing. And
Thank you for sharing, actually.
Thank you.
thank
It's
you.
interesting case.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Rajan.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Dr.
Thank you,
Rajan.
Balmakanji. Thank you.
Dr. Rajan.
Thank you.